Okay, everybody, today is September 4th, 2024. This is the series where I go over to r/games to keep you and me updated on everything going on in the world of video games. Let's see what we got today. Right off the bat, we have more Concord news. The headline reads, Concord players are jumping off cliffs in-game as they desperately grind for Platinum Trophy before shutdown. Are they worried the game isn't going to come back, so they're trying to 100% the game before it goes away? It seems a little ridiculous in my mind, but let's see what we got here. It's an article from IGN written by Wesley Yin-Pol. Sony's shock announcement of Concord shutdown just 2 weeks after it went on sale has sent its remaining players into overdrive as they desperately try to secure its Platinum Trophy before it's too late. PlayStation Studios' ill-fated first-person hero shooter, which suffered a drastically low player count upon launch, goes dark on September 6th, with all players set to receive a refund. Okay, I want information about why they're going for this Platinum Trophy. Let me keep reading here and see what I can summarize for you. So it is what I thought. Players are worried the game is never going to come back. This is their only chance to get this Platinum Trophy, which they can only receive if their reputation level is 100, which takes hundreds of thousands of XP, and purposely sacrificing yourself to lose quickly or win quickly is the fastest way to get XP in this rivalry mode, because you get the most HP out of any mode in this one, whether you win or lose. So players are just really hoping to get what might be the rarest trophy on PlayStation. If the game never comes back, this might be the only chance to get it. Some players are conceding that they may not have enough time to do it. Some players are also saying, yes, the game may come back as a free-to-play game, and in that case, it's probably not worth going through all this trouble, but we'll see what happens. For those who are able to get to level 100, they're going to have this super rare trophy, and they're going to have bragging rights, I guess? They're going to... They're going to be able to brag that they jumped out of the map more than anybody else. Right after the Concord news, we got a new trailer from No Man's Sky. It looks like what they're calling their Aquarius update. Let's give it a look.
Introducing No Man's Sky Aquarius.
Fishing in No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky still blows my mind. It had one of the worst launches in video game history, and here it is, however many years later. There's so much to do in this game. I mean, this trailer is talking about new cooking recipes and new things to collect and all this kind of stuff, and I'm thinking, this cooking didn't used to exist in this game. The only things you used to be able to collect were minerals and whatnot, and now you're fishing, you're cooking, you're gathering recipes, you're gathering ingredients for these recipes. It really is incredible. You got a little thing you can put on your dashboard.
A community fishing expedition sends players competing for the biggest catch.
It looks really cool. I still find it incredible just how much there is to do in that game when it started with so little to do, and how it was able to come back from the brink basically to be such a successful game. Looks like underneath here we even have patch notes. I'm not necessarily going to go into that. Next up, we have another trailer. Deliver at all costs reveal trailer. Let's go ahead and give this one a watch as well.
The year is 1959, a time of rock and roll, polka dot dresses, and the ever-looming dread of nuclear annihilation.
Is this like Crazy Taxi? It's a top-down Crazy Taxi? Oh, the balloons help you fly? Okay, so you play as a courier. You have natural obstacles you have to avoid.
Much as a penguin trusts a shark as a swimming pool.
Wait, now you're climbing on things too, so it's not just a driving game.
Whoa, what the?
Whoa, look at the destructible environments. The destructible environments, oh my goodness. That looks fun. I have no idea what to think of that. I don't really know what the story is. I mean, other than the fact that you're a courier of some kind, you're driving around, but you're also climbing on things. It's just like a traversal driving delivery game. It looks fun. All right, continue to scroll down here. Let's see, what is this headline? Ubisoft stock tanks to 10-year low after lukewarm Star Wars Outlaws launch. Wow, 10-year low. Okay. I've been hearing mixed things on this game for sure. But was it really that bad of a launch that the stock has to drop so badly? This article comes from Insider Gaming, written by Tom Henderson. Ubisoft stock prices have tanked by over 10% in the past 2 days following a lukewarm reception to Star Wars Outlaws. At the time of writing, Ubisoft Entertainment SA stock prices are at €15.50, a level not seen since December 2014. The stock price puts the company's market cap just shy of €2 billion at €1.99 billion. Okay, so I mean, that number is still very high, so I don't really know what that means to me. The stock price drop follows a release of Star Wars Outlaws, which released with a mere 4.9 user score out of 10 according to review aggregate Metacritic. Really? 4.9? Let's look at some of these scores. Okay, so it's at 5.2 now. So this is the user score. Because, yeah, look at this. Generally, I mean, it's 76 from critics, but users have it at 5.2? Man, a lot of people are really hating on this game. It's it is like half and half. Terrible Ubisoft continues to trend of limited, unpolished, lackluster games that it charges premium cost for despite the worth being well below what's deceptively marked. I hope this is the nail in the coffin for this terrible company and game developer. This person just seems to hate Ubisoft. Ubisoft really didn't deliver this time. I really dig every open world game from Ubi, but this is just a disaster. From forced stealth that has zero meaning and is buggy as hell, to AI which is either ultimately stupid or clever that they can see you through the walls. It's just so frustrating. Star Wars fans did not deserve this. I have heard a little bit about the buggy nature of the game. Maybe that's one of the big reasons. Bugs, yeah. Maybe that's one of the big reasons people are voting it down. I have heard a little bit about like weird animations. Looks like people don't like the AI. But 4.9, wow, that is really surprising. As a result, the tepid response led JP Morgan to slash sales forecast by 2 million units, predicting 5.5 million units sold by March 2025. Combine a slash in sales with Disney's hefty licensing, and it's not hard to see why investors are skittish on the company's immediate future. It's interesting. I mean, you are paying a lot to Disney to be able to make a Star Wars game. I feel like 5.5 million units is still not bad. The critics like it. The critics have it over 7. I mean, that's not bad. It's like it was 7.6. Still, investors remain optimistic about the publisher's future. With the game set to release on November 15th, Assassin's Creed Shadows will be crucial to making this fiscal year a financial success. Despite the game already seeing its fair share of online discourse, our sources suggest its pre-order numbers are strong. Well, of course, Assassin's Creed is going to save the day all the time. All right, scrolling down past the ad, we have some Inotria news. Thanks to @Xbox P3, Phil Spencer, and our amazing community, we're now in direct contact with the Xbox team. We're excited to work on bringing Inotria The Last Song to Xbox ASAP. They got their message out there. They made sure the community knew what was going on, why they were having such a hard time. And you know what? Sometimes complaining publicly works. It's not always the best tactic, but sometimes it gets the job done. We would like to officially thank Phil Spencer and his team for reaching out to us so promptly and helping to resolve our situation. We would also like to thank our amazing community for all the support shown in recent days. Your voice has been heard very loud and clear, and your commitment has been heartwarming. We are now working closely with Microsoft, and we hope this collaboration will lead to the game's release for Xbox as soon as possible. I mean, Phil Spencer has proven time and time again that he's a good guy. He's a gamer. He wants what's best for the gaming community. Obviously, he wasn't the one that was making it hard for this developer to communicate with Xbox. I mean, that's not his job. So I'm sure once all this got big enough and he became aware of it, he was like, what are we doing? Glad to see this all got fixed. We have another video from Dragon Age the Veilguard. Progression Deep Dive, parts 1 through 3. I'm going to go ahead and give this video a watch and see if I'm able to give this a summary.
I'm Hilary Heidi, a producer at BioWare. Let's take a look at game progression in Dragon Age the Veilguard. In this video, we'll cover skill progression, item progression, and companion progression.
Okay, you level up, you get skill points, you invest those skill points into skills, and different classes have different specializations. In this case, we're looking at rogue specializations. I'm not sure if there's always going to be 3 specializations for each class. Looks like you have to basically unlock skills in the right order to make sure you get to the right specialization. And it looks like there is a ton of skills to unlock. So you have this caretaker at your home base, the home base they call the lighthouse, and you can bring your items. Weapons have stats. In this case, this weapon has like physical damage and stagger. And when you upgrade a weapon, these stats increase. You can also enchant your weapons, giving them new abilities. If you also find a duplicate weapon, it will upgrade the weapon you already have by raising its level, its stats, and giving it a new ability and rarity. So that's pretty cool. The fact that like you kind of want to find the same weapon multiple times. Along with that, all of your companions have their own items that can be upgraded, and they also have their own skill trees. So you're progressing not only your own stuff, but also your companion stuff. There's a lot of things you can do when it comes to progression, it seems. A lot of customization for your team and for your character and for all the items that you find. For some, I could see it being really overwhelming, but for others, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. All right, scrolling down here. Oh, looks like we have an article about the delivery game we saw the trailer for earlier. This absurd delivery game where you can smash through buildings was my favorite game at an event where I also played the Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill remakes. From PC Gamer, written by Joshua Wallens. Talk about a surprise. I confess, when I signed up to attend a Konami preview event last August, it was almost entirely to get some hands-on time with the Silent Hill 2 remake. It was pretty good. And Metal Gear Solid Delta. It was very Metal Gear Solid 3. I knew almost nothing about the third game on the docket. Chaotic, isometric, delivery sim, deliver at all costs from Far Out Games. But by the time I left, BTayOkay was easily the game I was most excited about. No shade towards the other games, but my mercenaries loving self has felt a constant hunger for a massive environmental destruction and physics-based ludicrousness for the last 19 years, and BTayOkay delivers both in spades. That's some high praise. It looked like a super fun game, really unique. I'm gonna have to stay on top of this game. I think I'm probably gonna want to give it a play. Next up, we have Square Enix announces TGS 2024 lineup schedule. Well, we're gonna have to continue to follow Tokyo Game Show as it gets as we get closer to the end of the month. We'll probably start seeing other developers announcing their lineups as well. Okay, let's keep scrolling down here. A brand new vocation is coming to Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. This is from the PlayStation blog from the lead producer of Square Enix, Masaaki Hayasaka. All right, here's the vocation. It looks like there are multiple vocations in the game, including classics like Warrior and Mage, but this remake adds a brand new addition, Monster Wrangler. Monster Wranglers know more than most about the world's monsters and will help you befriend any creatures you find who look lonesome. Sounds sort of like they're the Pokemon vocation. So it looks like there are monster arenas where you can use monsters you've befriended, possibly. Feels a little bit like Pokemon, but it's not a main part of the game. It's sort of a side thing you can do in the game, and this Monster Wrangler vocation helps you with that, perhaps. Scrolling down here, Towerborn Early Access will launch with 40 hours worth of content. Xbox game preview schedule for early 2025. Streets of Rage, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dragon Clone, etc. are inspirations for Towerborn. So it looks like this is just some bullet points from an interview with Stoic from the podcast Gamertag Radio. Definitely seeing the TMNT inspiration. Cool. Well, this looks like an interesting game, and this is just more information to get people excited about it. All right, I've scrolled down a bit of a ways to see that we pretty much just have this one last trailer. So let's give this a watch, and this will end today on r/games. Star Trucker.
This is Gold Rock Radio.
People like their trucker games that I think they're going to be excited to have a trucker game that's in space.
Maybe you ought to take a break from Holland.
Yep.
Give your rig some mud.
This is pretty much what I expected it to be. This looks really fun. Well, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are someone who wants to stay up to date on everything going on in the world of video games, please subscribe, click the bell so that you're notified when I upload a new video. I'm BTayOkay. This was September 4th, 2024 on r/games. See you tomorrow!